high and low of the day forex strategy is actually high winning strategy, and that's what I want to teach you in this video. What's up guys, your boy Godwin here with another valuable video for you. In this video I'm going to show you a simple high and low forex trading strategy that you can use as a day trader. Now this is something that always happens every single day, almost every single day, right? So make sure you stay tuned and sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. All right, so let's start from there so that I will explain a few things, then I will tell you possibly how you can identify the highs of the day and lows of the day, and how you can improve in this. Now the first thing that you must understand is the fact that it works. All right, so first thing you need to do is you need to first you need to identify, right? So the first thing you want to do is to identify the high and the low of, or the low of the day. So on this particular day, right, I'm going to be using this tool. Shout out to the owner, Asian range, right? For those of you who have been asking me about this indicator, right, this is the Asian range indicator. Remember I said once we get to 7K, I'm going to be doing free giveaway for those of you who are always engaging my content both on YouTube and on Instagram. Now what you need to do, identify the high and low of the day. And how do we do that? First, you just simply apply know the timings, right? So some of you don't know the timings, and I'm going to make another video on timing, right, but not today. Now we have the Asian high, so we're going to be using this tool. This tool is the trend line tool, right? So we're going to be using this particular tool. Now if you don't want to use this tool, there is another perfect tool. It is called the real tool, right? So where is it again? Okay, this is it, right? So what you do with this tool is you basically identify the high of Asian, right? Now the reason why we are doing that is also identify the low of Asian, project it to the future. Now you can basically use this as a template to trade the whole day, right? So understand that from this point, ouch, not there, from this point to this point, it's 1 day. All right, so this is 1 day. So inside this day we have the Asian or Tokyo, London, and New York, right? Now you want to understand how these things work. So we have the low of the day, and these things always happen every single day. The low of the day and the high of the day are being set up by the smart money, the institutional forex traders, just to ensure that people are enticed. Now I want to show you something real quick. Now if you notice, you see that this area have been pinned and these have been pinned. Now during the Asian session, the beginning of the Asian, towards the beginning, you see this area was pinned, and towards the ending we have another pin level there. Now once you come to your chart in the morning, I'm speaking of the GMT plus 1 time, like around 7 a.m. what you do basically is you identify the highs and the lows just the way I have done right now, right? Now what you need to do next is you go to a hard time frame to know where the trend is. All right, so the hard time frame, for instance, you can go to the 1 hour. So what date is this? 24, right? So go to the 1 hour basically, so I can actually see this already. We could see that this is a 1 hour high, right? I'm not there, but I know this is the 1 hour high, right? We have a high there, and we also have a low here. We have a low there. Okay, now if you notice, in between this 1 hour move, we are actually seeing that we are currently in an uptrend, right? With the fact that we've seen a change of character around this zone, right? In other words, we are what? We're expecting the buys. We're expecting the buying opportunity. Now whenever you're expecting a buy opportunity like this, what should you expect? All right, now the reason why I said it's opposite direction of the trend that you should be looking to be taken out, right? Now you need to expect price to take out these lows. The reason is you are already expecting price to go up, right? So seeing that you're expecting price to go up, you want price to take liquidity at these zones, right? So all these are liquidity price should take out before pushing to the upside, and that's what will give you a high probability and a high win rate. Okay, so basically what we've seen here, we see I've marked the high of the day and the low of the day. Now there's also what's called the high of the session and the low of the session, right? But usually the high of the day and the low of the day are usually pinned by London session, right? So we have another one here, right? Don't get things complicated, okay? So we have another one here during the London session, right? It's usually pinned around this time. London session is either the pin, the top and the bottom, and for liquidity, or they use, and whenever they want to use this Asian side, Asian low as, you know, as the low of the day, what they do is they just come up, they take it up. So once they take that, this one is going to pin something. It's going to pin the low of the day. Now you just have to take note of that low, because you will see price will react off that low as the day goes, right? Now what we see here is we can now see that, let me take this out, we can now see that there's an extension of price to the downside to do what? To take out this particular low. Now why did price take out this low? It is because it is the low of the actual low of the day that has been pinned, aside from this Asian low. Now I wanted to take note of two things here. The first thing is the usual low, that's that particular day, this is the low, right? Now inside London, like I said the low and the highs of the day are usually pinned during the London session, right? So that's what we see here. So we can see the high pinned here, we see the low pinned here. Don't get this complicated. So just make it, just say, simply say the high of the day and the low of the day are usually pinned during London session, right? So we've seen that, and what now happened? We can see that we are expecting a high price to the upside, right? And what now happened? We can see that price came up to do what? To take out this low. Now immediately price took out that low. Did the price give you opportunity to enter? Definitely yes, absolutely yes. Price gave you several opportunities to enter. So if you go to a lower time frame, say the 5-minute time frame, right? Say the 5-minute time frame, there we are. You understand that price actually gave you multiple opportunities to enter after the takeout of price. Now I'm going to mark out this. If you have been following my recent videos, 1, 2, 3 videos, you should, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, you should be able to understand what I want to do right now, right? So we've seen that our price came to take out liquidity, and I can see another liquidity takeout here, right? Took out liquidity, broke structure, came again, and another liquidity was created. Inducement for what? For this particular low of the day, right? So we have this as a low, we have this as a low, and what price did was price came, took out this low, took out the low of the London session and tapped into the low of the Asian session, and do what? And pushed up. So if we were to put in our position tools, right, say from the low of the day, right, look at that, 7 pips, and maybe say you want to target the high of the session, right? We have it there. So that's 1 to 4, almost 1 to 5. That's 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio, right? Now I want you to go and back test. Okay, do your back testing. Do your back testing. You'll find out that this actually works. Now I also want to show you something real quick. Let's go to another day just to establish this. Now this is another day. Where is our high? Don't confuse yourself, guys. Don't confuse yourself. This is the Asian. So we're going to mark the low of the Asian session. We're going to mark the high of the Asian session. Now, what the institutional traders actually do is they ensure that those people who bought from here, they do not close the day with profit. They either close in loss or at break even for those who are going to hold the trade for a very long time. So that's their, what's it called now? That's their aim and that's their major target. Now, I said we have a higher, we have the normal daily low of the day, or rather the institutional low, which has been pinned during the London session. Now, you can agree with me that is actually the same thing that is happening here, right? So we have a break of structure to the upside. We have another one here, another break here. Look at that. We have a break here to the upside. But prior to that one, prior to this move, we have a break here. Right? Now, we already have an idea of where price is going. Then what you do next is just ensure that you trade alongside the high and the low of the day. When you do that, you see that you are going to improve in your entries. And what happened here? Look at that. Price came in, did the same thing. Look at that. It took this as a form of inducement, right? As a close order, as a fuel for price to move to the upside, because for price to go to an opposite direction, there have to be a fueling, right? There have to be a momentum push, and that's what we've seen here. Look at that. Like I said, if you've watched my recent videos, you understand what I mean by this, right? This one is 1 to 6. Now you can choose to target higher prices if you go to a hard time frame like the 4 hours or the 1 hour, right? But to keep it very simple, look at this high that have been pegged during the London. I also want you to understand that all this is around New York, right? This is New York. So where is it now? This is, you see, price came in to do what? To close all the orders that are lying here, all the orders that are here. You know, a lot of people sold here, right? They sold here. So those who refused to take their profit, maybe they were targeting this low or perhaps this low, right? What did price do? They ran up with full force, with full speed to do what? To close everybody out. So what they did here is they just tried to, you know, play with people's emotion to allow that, okay, price is now going to my direction. And what happened? Look at the massive push to the upside. Now, what they do, the reason why they do this is to ensure that they take a whole lot of orders from the market before the day closes, right? But if you understand this high and low of the day strategy, you will be able to understand that, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do, right? So if you had identified this as the pin high, you would have taken this trade and made profit. So you may basically want to see positive reactions around those zones. And if we were to take this up, look at that, 1 to 12 risk to reward ratio, right? It's a possibility. Remember, we said the previous day that price is currently going to the upside. And the truth is, the trend just changed direction, right? And anytime trend just change direction, what they do is they usually move with full force, all right? So using the high and low of the day will actually improve your win rate. It will increase your win rate and help you to reduce emotional stress, right? So I believe you would like to follow me on Instagram. That's the username FXTD Forex, or check the video description for full links on how you can improve your trading. Don't forget to watch these videos as well as you watch the video on the end screen to learn more. Peace.